Because when you can maintain your attention on one single point, then all these other things fall away. When you can maintain attention on one single point, your attachment to your memories falls away. Because it's the endless loop of memories, it's the endless loop of things that you tell yourself of, oh, I have this problem, or oh, I'm good at that, or whatever it might be, that you constantly tell yourself that creates this experience for you. So if you can learn to focus and hold that attention, you strengthen your awareness, you strengthen your mind, you strengthen your consciousness to experience what it is you really want to experience. Because remember, samadhi, the purpose of yoga practice, is unifying, bringing together of a fragmented awareness. And normal human consciousness is fragmented, meaning it's all over the place. It's not just here, it's thinking about yesterday, it's thinking about friends, it's thinking about things it wants to do, it's thinking about how uncomfortable it is, whatever it might be. That's the fragmented awareness. When a person is in samadhi, the unified awareness, that's not there. There is just what is. There is just reality. Okay? Most people are attached to who they think they are. They want to be Joe who has this history. And that means that they will do things that sustain that history. Which means if they're interested in waking up and they have friends or associates which aren't so good for them for whatever reason, mentally, emotionally, whatever it might be, they would rather think that they can just practice meditation and still hang out with these people than maybe severing those attachments. Okay, and that's not to say that the yogi has to lose all his friends or cut good people out of his life. It's just that if a person wants to achieve a level of a higher consciousness, the first thing they need to do is start getting rid of the things that keep them bound in a lower consciousness. Okay, and a lot of people are more, they're more problem-centered. You know people who bad things always happen to them, or they're always complaining about something, or they're always finding a reason, not to succeed in whatever endeavor it might be. So that's one thing. If you can be dispassionate about that, then you can do what you need to do to wake up. Okay, if you have an attachment to various ways of eating, various activities like. I don't know, anything that basically makes you unhappy afterwards, you don't need that in your life. Okay. Now, that said, after a while, then you can eventually be with folks who you might not necessarily hang around, or you can do things every now and then that might not be in your highest and best good, because you're strong enough that you can remain awake and alert, no matter what. Okay. The person who's fully awake and alert, they're not influenced by external circumstances. But when you're trying to wake up, and you haven't quite got it yet, you need to do everything you can to wake up. Okay? And sometimes that's cutting certain things out of your life. And that's also cutting negative thoughts, negative content out of your mind and emotions. That's other part of this dispassionate non-attachment for meditation. Because it teaches you to see your story. You become the observer, the witness, and you meditate and you use the technique. And this barrage of things comes up, mental memories, emotions, feelings, whatever it might be. And the more you can just observe and let those things be and let them go, then they lose their power. The more you focus on them, or the more you try to fight them and repress them and push them down, and go, no, I shouldn't have that thought, I shouldn't have that emotion. The more you fight them, you're strengthening them because you're just driving them down deeper, and they're gaining in strength. In the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Yukteswar, one of his commentaries, he talks about one of the things the yogi is doing is to experience the kutastha consciousness, which is the witnessing awareness. And he says that while you're practicing meditation, while you're practicing yoga, whatever comes within your awareness, just let it come. Because all of us, when we're here, we're embodied, we have a collective store of karma, of karmic impressions. And the only way you get rid of those karmic impressions is just by letting them go. One thing Ramana Maharshi says when people mention to him, they have these visions or they have these bad memories, or what should they do to still their breathing to become more peaceful. And he says, don't fight it, just let it be. Let yourself be who you are, which is you be who you are, be the witnessing awareness, and then let the karma just come out. Let it do whatever it needs to do. By doing that, you're not fighting it. You're letting it disperse itself. So it goes away. It's gone. Okay? And you're not attaching yourself to it. You're not saying, well, gee, I kind of like that. I think I want to hold on to that. You're just, whatever comes up, you're letting go. But the key is to remain alert and aware and let it and just observe. And that's what meditation practice does for you. And let me move on to the next couple sutras because it'll help bring this home to you. So Sutra 13, alert concentration on a chosen object is meditation. Sutra 14, meditation becomes stable by devoted, persistent practice. Passive meditation is not recommended. And what I mean by alert meditation is, for example, you always want to do your best to have your attention up in the third eye or in the top of the head. Okay, so, and even if you don't think in terms of chakras, that doesn't matter. Just up here in the forehead, essentially, up here in the frontal lobes. So you meditate, you hold your attention up here, and that lifts you above sense involvements, and that lifts you above attachment to memories. You keep your attention up here, it allows you to more easily experience boundlessness, so freedom.